Simpson. And Japan have gone absent without leave. This is Whitmore. Hall and Gale both available. It's still Whitmore. It is the Reggae boys who take the lead.
Ball shot.
Good evening, sports fans. Welcome to BCN Sports Halftime Show. My name is Benton. I am man the ship. Junior will jump on in a few minutes. You don't know how we go. Coach Junior is out and about, so he will jump on. He did say give him 5 minutes, so he's gonna jump on. Hopefully everyone is having a wonderful Wednesday evening wherever you're joining me from, or hopefully enjoying your Wednesday evening. We have a jam-packed show for you this evening. We're gonna recap the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Look ahead to the semifinals as some mouth-watering games took place in the quarterfinals. I mean, most notably, Bayern Munich versus Real Madrid. There will be some serious questions asked about Real Madrid. Where do they go from here? Serious questions about Kylian Mbappe. We'll discuss that. And others, of course, will take a look at the game itself. And as for Real Madrid, Coach Arbiola, where does he go from here? We'll also look at Arsenal versus Sporting. And it doesn't matter what anyone wants to say about Arsenal. Arsenal is in the semi-final. So, Arsenal fans, big up on yourself. Enjoy yourself. Here's Junior jumping on. Let's get Junior in. And also, PSG on the other side of the bracket, we'll look at the PSG. Junior is jumping on. Once Junior gets in, we'll go ahead and adjust it. I'll go ahead and adjust it. There's Junior. Junior, what go on? Are you still?
Yeah, I'm good. Everything all right?
Yeah, man. Big up yourself. I know say you're a coach, so coaching season busy up. So we don't really want to dry you out to have you too long in the evening.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to it, family. Halftime show. Remember to smash the like button. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Before we kick off and get to the matters, the agenda, the items to discuss, Junior, we have to give us a speedy recovery and all the best to one Mr. Hugo Ekitike, who suffered, based on some reports, looks like a ruptured Achilles.
Yeah, he ruptured. He's out for 9 months. So it's one of those things where people talk about are the players playing too much, and these are the examples people normally point to prove their point that they might be playing too much. So, like I said, speedy recovery to Hugo Ekitike. He's definitely missing the World Cup for sure, and he's only missing probably the first half of next season. So,
French coach the Didier Deschamps put out a statement, and it's quite it's not often you hear head coaches of a national team putting out statement, essentially highlighting the severity of the damage and making all the best wishes to Mr. Hugo Ekitike. 17 goals for Liverpool and 6 assists this season. He had an outstanding season, and to see it come to an end this way. First Liverpool player since King Kenny Dalglish to score across 5 competitions in their debut season. So, Hugo, big up yourself. And Jaja, I think France just saw it, because the same thing happened to Nkunku leading up to the 2022 World Cup.
Yeah.
Well,
and yes, yeah, it's unfortunate. I was going to say it's unfortunate, but I was going to make another comment, but I don't want it to seem insensitive. But if there's a team out there that can handle the losses of key players, it's France. So France will be okay.
It's just unfortunate in that French team. So on that left foot.
Yeah, we all had him starting, and it's so ironic. Is a part of the conversation we had the other day about Turkey. Ryan Cherky.
Ryan Cherky, Elise, and which one you're benching and all these things. And
yeah, but I didn't call Etiqueta name because I expected Etiqueta to be the 9, right? So I was more going off the 10 and the 2 wingers, which is Olise, Dembele and Mbappe. And would Turkey find a way in that starting side? Now, Mbappe might switch to the 9, and now we have a question about will you play Griezmann or Turkey at the 10? But that is for France to worry about in the next couple of months. But right now, like I said, hearts go out to Etiquette and having such a great season. And I know he was one of those players that were looking forward to having a good World Cup to raise his celebrity even more. And it's unfortunate for him. So
Yeah, and also heart goes out to the Liverpool fans. I mean, I don't, can't catch a break, Liverpool. Sorry, family. I know the Manchester United fan won't say it, but I will go ahead and say it. Can't catch a break, Liverpool fans. Because ultimately, missing a player like Hugo Ekitike running into the Champions League qualification fight in the English Premier League is going to be huge. 17 goals just like that, so all the best. Yeah.
yeah, but again, looking from the Liverpool fans' perspective, they got Isaac back right now. So
Yo, Isaac can't go on bench, brother.
okay, all right.
All right, let's get to the games on the field. And again, this is BCN Sports halftime show, jam-packed show, as we said. So we're going to run through the things on the field quickly as possible. You don't know where we go. We don't like to waste a lot of time. But the games itself, Champions League, the semifinals are set. Semifinalists, PSG, Bayern, Arsenal versus Atletico Madrid. Let's walk back through the quarterfinals and your thoughts on those games, Junior. I mean, starting with this Real Madrid versus Bayern football game.
I think that game had a little bit of big up BM. I think that game had a little bit of everything, and it's a football. The beauty about football, especially at this stage of the season, it don't lie. So we're not going to necessarily see any miracles get performed, right? And what I mean by that is Real Madrid had the exit that they deserved. They look very good at times, but then they have lapses in discipline. We'll soon talk. Well, actually, lapses in concentration. I'm talking about the defensive goals that were given up, and also in discipline. And that's the reason why the big coach that they ran down. It felt like seasons ago. They were running down. My boy, I don't know why the name just slipped me right now.
From where?
The coach of them will leave earlier this season, man. Why the name just slipped me right now? I don't know. I'm forgetting. Javi, yeah, Javi. I'm forgetting Alzheimer's. But they run down Javi, start of the season. He came in, and I don't care what anybody wants to say. He left the job because of the players' discipline issues.
Rose, it says your internet connection is unstable. Sana, your fault. I guess my internet has squeezed. I'd lock you off. All right, Junior, you're back.
Am I back now?
Yes, sir. Sorry. On my internet.
Right.
Yo, them people over such and such internet, slow flow. Talk to me.
Yeah, but the indiscipline showed the defensive lapses showed up for Real Madrid, and then also the indiscipline. That red card from Camavinga is probably one of the dumbest red cards I've seen in a very long time. Very long time, especially at this stage of the season, this caliber of game. And for you to pick up a second yellow card like that, no. The referee is an asshole. Let's just get that out there. Let's just get it out there. The referee made himself a part of the game. But Camavinga should have never put himself in that position. But the referee is a dummy for giving a second yellow card for that. And they were instantly punished. So, with that being said, that goal that Bayern Munich gave up at the start of the game is also exemplifies what Bayern Munich is the whole season. They're like a Rolls Royce going forward, but defensively they can be had. So the game kind of played out the way I expected it to be honest.
We'll get over to Atletico Madrid and Football Club Barcelona in a minute. All right, and In fact, you know what? I'll save my comments pertaining certain things until we get to that particular game. But some comments I will make will link back to this referee comment that you made. But we'll get to that over there. As for this game regarding Kamavinga, by the way, big up, BM says, Big Coach Junior, how's the game?
Oh, it's practice, sir.
Practice.
Games are this weekend, and yeah, we're going to play up. We're playing 2 grades up this weekend, so I'm going to be drinking this weekend.
Yeah, you run the half court press defense there, Junior.
Well, it's 1-2-2. We have a 1-2-2 press that we put in.
Oh, so yes. You name your defense 1-2-2?
Yes, 1-2-2. 1 up top, two in the mid block, and 2 in the low block. And we're chopping on the corners.
All right, let's see. All right. So, speaking of Kamavinga, you highlighted Kamavinga. I think it was Donald. Big up Donald. Donald is getting a lot of spotlight in BCN sports of late. But Donald says he feels a bit bad. If I remember the comment, he feels a little bit sorry for Kamavinga, knowing that this might be his last game in a Real Madrid shirt. What? If it's his last, do you think it's his last game? Well, in a Champions League, they have La Liga for finish, but
he might not play in the La Liga. But yes, I think it's his. I think he's one of the players that are on the chopping block. I think a lot of players at Real Madrid won't be there next season. Personally,
and give what Real Madrid needs to do.
They need to trim the fat. They have too many stars and not enough hard-working players.
So Kamavinga is on a contract until 2029.
Yeah, but he is of some value, and there are a lot of teams out there that want a midfielder like that.
That's the funny thing with Kamavinga. He's just never hit the expectations. I mean, maybe my expectations. Or maybe this club is a little bit too big for him. I don't know. But maybe he will evolve into a very good footballer one day. But his role in the midfield tonight, you can definitely see the missing of Tushimini. Tushimini has improved significantly. And Kamavinga has kind of, we call him army pocket knife. You can play him in different positions. And he hasn't really mastered any position.
Yes.
And that is a troubling thing for a footballer. That is the Mikel Antonio of football. Big up yourself, Mikel Antonio. You play a lot of positions, but you never really master none. But at the Bayern Munich side, you said issues with defense, but Rose Rice going forward. This high line is still always going to be a problem. So let's see how them deal with it when a team decided they're not going to allow them this level of freedom in the attacking third. Because Vincent Kompany is not pivoting from this high line. He's not pivoting from this high line. And they can be hard.
You do realize that semifinal between Bayern and PSG, both teams, it might just be right in the middle of the field, and then it just become a track meet, one way or the other.
And who got the faster runners?
Yeah, it's crazy.
PSG going for running. Kylian Mbappe, we can't go around it. Kylian Mbappe, we spoke about him on Sunday. I want to come back to this again. Any thoughts on Kylian Mbappe, another season without a Champions League trophy, Junior? Is there anything that even Kai Havertz has a Champions League trophy. Killy is still yet to secure one of these. It's
a team sport. It's a team sport. So if you want to blame Mbappe for real, I mean, he scored today. Vinicius Jr. had a couple chances to score and never scored.
Yeah, Vinicius Jr. definitely missed, but Vinicius Jr. has Champions League trophy.
Yeah, but Mbappe has a World Cup trophy. So if it were compare trophies,
I know you're staying wide of Mbappe's criticism. I think, and it's not just something that's unique to Mbappe. This entire Madrid front three, especially defensively, it's a piss poor problem. Arda Gulier I think it was that third or the fourth goal. I don't know when Arda Goulier thinks that he's above tackling. I mean, so it permeates to the entire front three. Kylian Mbappe is seems like he's immune to it, and to me that tells me that these guys are not serious about trying to win the Big Ears Trophy.
And that's why Xavi left.
Yeah, but
Xavi
Javi
just couldn't.
I mean, Javi would have must do what the players them come work with. Every man could have watched the side and knows that the man not go tackle from morning.
Right, and the player power won,
You know.
and they got what they deserved. So, does these Real Madrid players now feel emboldened? Are they happy? What is the vibe amongst the Real Madrid players right now? Are they at home vexed that they're not getting ready to play against PSG? Or are they hugging up their bags of money and going to bed? If they're hugging up their bags of money and going to bed, that's the reason why Xavi left, and that's why no other coach will want to take up this team as currently configured. They have to move some of these players out. If that is the case, if they are not comfortable, if they're not happy with where they are right now, then they're supposed to come out next year like gangbusters, going after all leagues. So they're at a crossroads right now. If player power is in place, there's nothing a coach can do. Nothing. That's just the nature of the sport right now.
Yeah, but you have a big Dan over there. In fact, all right, another man who needs to go is Trent Arnold. Trent Arnold was a transfer of Xabi Alonso, and that is one of the worst transfers.
He wasn't. No, he was there before. He signed with Real Madrid midway, not midway, but January this season before. No, he's not. He's not as Xavi's signing. No, he's not. Don't do that.
Oh, weird. Sorry. Make sure I'm right, but if I'm wrong, I am my apologies. But I could swear it was a Xabi Alonso brought in because of this high line sort of play.
No.
Because
no.
Who was the heir apparent? Which coach signed him?
He was Ancelotti was what he decided that he was going to go to Real Madrid from the January. Cause remember his contract ran out at Liverpool, so you can announce where you're going to sign that January. And that's what he did.
Ancelotti was leaving.
Yes, but it wasn't at Xavi's signing.
But Xavi was coming in the January, in August, and was working with this player.
No, he was coaching when Trent Arnold was announced as a Real Madrid player, or announced that he was going to sign with Real Madrid in the offseason. Xavi was still the coach at Bayern Leverkusen. No, I'm not playing ignorant.
Yeah.
It is possible that Xavi signed off on the signing. It's possible. It's possible them have some backdoor meeting and say, all right, Xavi, we know you might coach Real Madrid next year now. Are you okay with us signing Trent Arnold? Maybe that happened. I don't know. But we did see when Xavi came, it wasn't smooth sailing for Trent. Remember him, young Trent, never start Trent. Huh?
It hasn't been smooth sailing for him under no coach. And he was even worse exposed today against Luis Diaz.
Yes.
And it's not even about just bad defending. It's about effort upon top of that. The effort is just nonchalant being poor. So, you know what?
The thing that gets me the most, the thing that shocked me the most was last year when I'm looking it up right now. Benton.
Yes, sir.
Do you know how old Trent Arnold is?
I think he's 27 years old.
27 years old, and the man plays like he's 50. He plays like he's 50 years old.
I will not deny that I have defended Trent. Probably I shouldn't use Trent and the word defended in the same sentence.
Yeah, that's an antonym.
I have advocated for Trent Arnold on this program, but not tonight, brother. At some point you have to be able to adjust to the circumstances. And Trent, good going forward. In fact, I think Kylian Mbappe should have scored a goal from him. But Kylian Mbappe fans will say that was a good save by Manuel Neuer on that big hand. But yo, I don't know. Let's see. Trent might be coming back to a Premier League team near you.
Crazy.
Ah, man. And again, his pick out crosses going forward. Excellent. Excellent.
Trent belongs in he belongs in Italy. That's where he belongs.
Man, at 27 years old. Still have enough minutes left. Looking over the other side, over the Gunners' Park of things, Arsenal secured a place in the semi-final. Saw off, if we want to call it that. They did saw off Sporting, right?
Sporting. Yeah, Sporting.
It's probably hard to say see off because it was a 1-0, but at the end of the day, they did secure the place.
Yeah, and what annoys me the most about Arsenal is that they are set in their ways. Arteta is set in his ways, and I'm going to say this, and they very well might, they can win the Champions League. Arsenal can win the Champions League, right? But I'm going to say this. I don't expect them to win the Champions League because, for me, the teams that have won the Champions League have one characteristic in common. They have a coach and players that go and get it. Arsenal is not a team that goes and get it. Arsenal is a team that just it's almost like they depend on endurance. They depend on enduring till the end. They will just sit down and watch paint dry. And they will beat the wall in a steering contest watching paint dry. They will beat the wall. The wall will blink before Arsenal blinks. That's how Arsenal approaches to football. So they don't go and try to win these games. We look at what Cholo did with Atletico Madrid. Look at the changes that he made. He went to Barcelona and win that game in Barcelona. He went to win the game. Arsenal don't approach it that way. So they can win the Champions League because of their talent, but I don't expect them to because they're just boring. They don't even make defending look nice. They just look boring.
And Arsenal fans are telling us this, Robert, regarding the coach, Roberto De Matteo won a Champions League. Arteta will be fine. And is Robert De Matteo even a coach football now? Arteta will be fine. Arteta said there is value in what we do. They will be fine. It's not the most attractive thing to look at, but at the end of the day, they're still churning out results. Let's see how this weekend turns out for them. But big up to the Gunners, even though the Gunners stick. By the way, BM says, Benton, be careful about Antonio. Delusional Reggae Boys fans will come for you. They think Antonio is world class. All right, running through the Champions League. So those were today's games. Junior, over to yesterday's game. Hansi Flick, Rafinha, and the entire Barca fans are pissed off, angry, cross at the referee, Junior.
For what?
Hansi Flick, your man, them said I'm tired to get robbed.
Okay.
The funny thing about it, Barcelona has received so many.
That's the irony, but whatever. Whatever.
Received so many favorable calls. Barcelona 2-1 over Atletico Madrid. The game ended 3-2 for Atletico Madrid on aggregate. Ademola Lookman with the goal. Lamine Yamal and Ferran Torres with the goals for Barca. Another year, another failed Champions League for Hansi Flick and Football Club Barcelona.
And like you said, it that they're just not ready. I mean, it's fair for Hansi Flick to feel slighted. It's fair for them to feel like they could have done they could have gotten more out of the game, and that's a good feeling. It's a good feeling to know that you weren't outclassed and ran off the field. However, Atletico Madrid is just better than you. In a two-game scenario, they are better than you. They just are. It is what it is. They are better than you. Get over it. Get better. Find a better alternative to Danny Olmo. How about we talk about that? How about you clean up your house first before you start complaining about other things? How about you clean up your goalkeeper getting back passes and catching the ball, but you talk about referees calling bad calls against you? How many times your goalkeeper in one game got the ball on a back pass and grabbed the ball? Should have been 2 penalties, but we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about some phantom calls that you guys are pissed off at. Well, shut the hell up here, man.
Hey, but regardless of the negativity of Football Club Barcelona side, I have to big up Cholo Simeone. And I want to big up Antoine Griezmann. And we discussed it on Sunday, and I'm going to say it again. Antoine Griezmann is a real baller, and he has excelled with what he with his time at Atletico Madrid. It's the perfect player for Cholo Simeone. Perfect player in Cholo Simeone's system, and the link-up play, his ability to drop shot and make a one flick out right or left to a runner, and do a lot of defensive work. Antoine Griezmann, excellent player, and probably will transition to do the same thing because he has done it with the French team also. That link-up play, just dropping deep and being able to flick those little passes over. Thought he did well. Ademola Lookman was the beneficiary on the assist, but from Marcos Llorente, but the ball out wide was from Griezmann.
Yep. Perfect transition play.
A perfect transition player.
And the beauty about it too is that they went down 2-0 and their heads didn't drop.
Yeah.
Their heads didn't drop. It's almost like they were comfortable. We've seen this movie before. We are okay. Let's just tighten up. Let's try to get a goal back, and then we'll lock shop.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, Atletico Madrid. And then maybe the darling of this Champions League season, PSG, Lucho, Enriquez, looking to repeat. I mean, I don't have them winning, but it's a rotted team. I mean, Kvaratskhelia, I am still perplexed about Kvaratskhelia being in at PSG, but it's a rotted team.
Yeah, I mean, Liverpool, and it kind of adds even more unfortunate our vibes to the Etiqueta injury, because Liverpool just had no chance. I mean, they played hard, they gave a good account to themselves, but it almost felt like PSG was just like, we'll just keep them hanging around. All right, we're tired of them now. All right, Dembele, come score two. It just felt that way to me, right? So it's unfortunate with the Etiqueta injury, but they were that far apart. 4-0 actually is the right distance. They are definitely 4 goals better than Liverpool.
And even though I dog Ousmane Dembele, youth, probably the most improved player in in the last 5 years or so. Maybe probably the most improved player in the last decade. I mean, It's a total different baller than the one who there at Barcelona. He's found his home and excelling. That goal was excellent. Marquinhos.
And it shows.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, it shows that there's more to just talent on the field when it are certain places. Some players every player is talented at that level, right? But you have to have some form of a mental aptitude to play and to wear certain jerseys. And the Barcelona jersey carry a lot of weight, man. It carries a lot of weight to be a certain player at Barcelona, Real Madrid, teams like those. It carry a lot of weight, so you can't just say, this player is a baller. He's ready for the limelight. No, that's how this thing works, brother.
BM saying happy Real Madrid out. Can't stand it.
Yeah?
Why? Everyone them just a bad mind, the Royal White, so Los Blancos.
I'm tired. They're tired. When you're perennial winners, you know, people get tired of you.
Oh, come on. You guys are Manchester United fan. Well, BM, you're a Man United fan. When they used to bug up and kick up people in Premier League, come on. You know,
That was so long ago, sir.
no matter. But I think there's something to grow stability and family and having a good woman around you. Ousmane Dembele got married, got serious about things. Because no serious adults sit down and play video games and miss practice and miss their jobs because of playing video games and late to work. Ousmane Dembele, I think, being in an environment where no, he has a family, he has responsibility. A big man things now. And of course,
Maturity is key.
Lucho Enriquez is not allowing in the foolishness.
But it's maturity is key. You find yourself a good woman and sit down and relax.
And sit down. Well, you can't sit down and relax.
Yeah, you can't really relax. Yeah.
All right, that's it for the Champions League roundup, family. Before we step away from the Champions League, any final thoughts about these semi-final games coming up, family? Semi-finals set for, let me run these dates out here. First leg, PSG versus Bayern, Tuesday, April 28th. Atletico Madrid versus Arsenal on Wednesday, April 29th, with the return leg flip-flop on May 5th and May 6th.
I'm really telling you that. I'm carrying Atletico Madrid to win. But that's going to be one of the most boringest semi-final games. Oh my God.
Which one?
Arsenal versus Atletico Madrid might be dead boring. Might be a dead boring affair.
The old school Cholo, yes, I would expect, but not this version Atletico. They're playing attacking, attractive football. They're going forward. Did you see Atletico as this sentiment pick to win, Junior?
No, I think they're favorites. That's a BM question.
Simeone has suffered long enough, is what BM is saying.
And that's cool, but no, I actually think they're favorites. Not favorites, sorry. It's not a sentimental pick. I am picking Atletico Madrid because I think they are the most complete team. They are the most complete team left in the Champions League. Arsenal has a better roster, but they're not a complete team because they have an idiot at coach. I think
when
we talk about
Atletico Madrid more complete than PSG.
Yes, sir, 100%, 100% more complete than PSG. And
go ahead, Junior.
No, go ahead.
I mean, from a sentimental standpoint, I would love to see Cholo win the trophy, but also Cholo dash for trophies too. He should have won Champions League. So I don't really want to get too caught up in the sentiments of it, because at the end of the day, you still have to go out and finish the job. With that being said, looking at all these teams, these last four teams, I mean, PSG is a standard bearer. They do have an excellent manager, and there's just something that leaves. I find it hard to convince myself that this PSG team is as good as some of those teams that have won back-to-back Champions League. Like a Real Madrid. Real Madrid won three Champions League titles in a row, and I mean, if PSG repeats, then you start entering that conversation, and there's something about PSG that kind of like, they are good, but I don't know if it's bad mind. I'm just not convinced. But they are very good, and they do have top level coach, right? Probably, maybe the best coach that's remaining of the four, in Luis Enrique. So
the thing with them. All right, so when I look at PSG versus Atletico Madrid, and while we're talking about this matchup, it could be at Arsenal versus Bayern in the final. But if looking at PSG, what is PSG's weakness? are when I look at that roster, because we know they have the best wing backs in the world. We know that. The best wing back pairing in the world goes to PSG. The front three is dynamic. Now they don't have a target forward, but the front three is very dynamic. The midfield is hard working. They press hard. You saw what they did to Inter Milan last year. How they blitz Inter Milan, and Inter Milan. I think Inter Milan still haven't woken up from that bus ass from last year final. But I think PSG's problem, are the thing that's going to expose them, is the lack of midfield steel. They don't have that midfield presence. Vitinha is a baller, right? He's a baller. But you saw how Cholo talk about Cholo talked about Lamine
man.
Yamal talking about he wanted to play one-on-one and blah blah blah. You see how Cholo acknowledged that he heard what Lamine Yamal said, and two, so that will happen for him watch, right? Cholo is going to game plan for you. So Vitinha, we're going to see how strong you are physically and mentally. Because I promise you right now, no PSG baller going to have the ball in the middle of the field and can turn and make the pretty pass and get the ball. Atletico Madrid going to lock that down. Like, they are going to come
in the
at...
final, right?
Huh?
If they meet in the final. If
they meet in the final, yes.
Yeah.
And I don't think Bayern Munich is going to expose that from PSG. So that PSG Bayern Munich tie is just going to come down to who can score more. That's all that will come down to. Who's going to be more clinical up front, right? And I think PSG have enough to overcome them. I saw some things from Bayern today that make you scratch your head and say, if that was PSG instead of Real Madrid, what would have happened here? And we see about extra goals scored today against Bayern. So Bayern going to give up goals. And I think PSG has enough wherewithal to hold off Bayern one extra chance. Stop them from scoring one extra goal. So I'm giving PSG that. Arsenal and Atletico Madrid, I just feel like Atletico Madrid is going to squeeze the daylights out of Declan Rice. Declan Rice is not going to go to Madrid, Spain, and do what he did at the Bernabeu. That's not happening in Atletico Madrid. They are going to
that New Year thing that right now.
I know, but that he is the straw that stir Arsenal's cup.
Yeah.
So they are going to look at Arsenal and say, yo, Saka, you have to go figure this out. You know?
Saka?
You're going to have to figure this out. If Saka play.
Saka, yeah, I don't even know if he will play, right?
Right.
Yeah, if he plays. Yeah, if he plays.
But Koke and Lorente, Koke and Lorente.
All right.
I remember, you know.
So
yeah, go ahead.
So I'm sold on Marcus Llorente. I think Marcus Llorente is a little bit below Fede Valverde, but two of those players, I put both of them in the same bracket. Two hard-working midfielders, players who you can dispatch to different parts of the field, and they can pop up anywhere and give you a goal. And they are... But Koke, I done gone that, man. All foot that. I mean, Koke has been in that Atletico Madrid. I am pleasantly surprised and impressed that he's still able to compete at a high level at his age, because there's a lot of miles on that Koke's leg. I mean, Koke...
He's only 34.
Yeah, but he's been in a team that is been built on heavy defending. Remember I said when them I used to do park bus and counter, you know. It was Koke, Gabby with Miranda and the youth from Uruguay, the centre back behind there.
Yeah.
And I mean that team worked a lot. So I am a bit surprised that he's still not only playing for Cholo still, but he's captain and he's also a starter. Started in these big games. I know his experience is invaluable, but I think at the end of the day, you know, you could be exposed with Koke in that midfield.
Yeah.
All right. Come on, just posted something. Said that Mike Ricketts, president of JFF, said that Reggae Boys will. Website Reggae Boys is trying to win the Unity Cup, Junior. Ricketts
sure
says Reggae Boys focus on winning Unity Cup.
Yeah, and Iran is trying to win the World Cup on American soil as well.
Speaking of Iran, let's step over to FIFA and World Cup news, Junior. Today in World Cup news, reports are that FIFA is having discussion internally, maybe appealing to the U.S. government to put a moratorium on ICE, immigration and enforcement, being at the games. Let's pull up that. So, of course, there have been reports that immigration enforcement. It says FIFA and Infantino and FIFA discuss asking Mr. Mann for a moratorium on ICE. I mean, it would be just common sense, right? You would think it would just be common sense, because you wouldn't want a tournament where visitors and goers of the tournament have to worry about any extra activities, right? It's just like you don't want to go a Ronnie Williams Entertainment Center and shut a blaze and you have a man I try to take a next man gun and done people. I mean, you don't want that.
But that's the reason why you would want ICE there.
But ICE not gonna prevent that.
Right. So it is. I think. Look, FIFA is caught between a rock and a hard place, because the way that reads to me is like they're begging America to change the rhetoric. We're not saying to make the tournament less secure, but change the rhetoric around the tournament so that it's more welcoming to the people that we are trying to attract. Because it's America first thing. The U.S. politics right now, the policy of the U.S. is America first, right?
Yeah.
Well, if it's America first, you should not be hosting the World Cup, because there's no America first for the World Cup. The World Cup is the World Cup.
Well, it's America first. America going to win World Cup. So, America first.
Yeah, okay. So it's just, look, nothing is going to change. The World Cup's still going to go on as planned. The people that will buy them tickets still going to go. The people who can afford those tickets, let's face it, the people who can afford those tickets and attend those games generally are not expected to have problems with ICE.
About how many of those rich people will fill out those stadiums, Junior, as World Cup ticket prices and cost of parking and other things continue to dominate the discussion around World Cup? It's not a good idea to have costs being a huge discussion leading up to your biggest tournament.
But that's America for you. And that's what they're selling. They're selling costs. They're selling capital. It's capitalism.
And check out and big up to the Athletic. Was it the Athletic podcast, football podcast? They discussed this, and and one of the things that they highlighted was the cost of parking, just parking, and $100. What? And as a local taxpayer, I have a problem. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. But here in the city of Atlanta, the city announced that it's rolling out new 911 features to in different languages to improve security for the upcoming World Cup. So you would think, people would want these advanced security features before a World Cup, but no. the city of Atlanta said this is their big rollout thing. So we'll see how that plays out. Yeah, but from a costing, it's a huge cost not only for goers, but it's also a huge cost for taxpayers. And so the local municipalities that are hosting these games is trying to recoup the tax dollars spent to invest in hosting the tournament. So, because FIFA gonna get for them money, I think there's projection about $11 billion in revenue for FIFA. Of course, they will get their money. They will get their money.
Yeah, that's all I care about.
Yeah, man. All, you know. And if they pissed off such man, then there might be a hefty tax on it. So you don't want to do that. Don't want to do that.
But you don't want to put the Strait of Hormuz in the air.
You don't. No, forget that straight. It's all right. you don't want to get. You don't want to get a hefty tax on that revenue. Do not want to get that. So you're staying out of that business. Continue our halftime show. By the way, BCN Sports halftime show. Let's step over to Jamaican football, Junior. Some news, interesting, maybe worrisome on the administrative side of things. Two powerful people retired from the Premier League Football Limited Association this week. Epstein and Peter Gould. There's a concern about insolvency for the Professional Football Limited Association that runs or oversees the Premier League in Jamaica, Junior. They resigned from their posts. Not retired. They resigned from their posts of payment concerns or how payment is handed out.
I mean, it's another day around the sun. I mean, this is the MO of, unfortunately for Jamaican football in both men and women's league. You have things like these that pop up all the time. It's unfortunate, but that is just growing pains, I guess. We can call it growing pains if you want. But I'm going to caution us jumping to conclusions because we have no idea until full transparency is had. And unfortunately, with things like these, you hardly get full transparency, right? But I will caution us holding off a little bit. I would just say is par for the course for Jamaican football. I'll leave it at that.
In a statement, PFJL stated, quote, "It wished to assure all stakeholders that these resignations from committee roles in no way affect the smooth and effective operation of the company. Mr. Epstein and Gould in their capacity as club owners remain active members of the board of directors and continue to play an integral role in governance and strategic leadership of the organization." Let's see how this plays out. But you would like to see more stability and But let's see how it plays out. As more information comes available, we'll keep you abreast of it. Junior, continue our halftime show. Reggae Boys, former Reggae Boys coach Rudolph Speid doing the some would say is a PR blitz, doing quite a few interviews around. He was on what's the name of the show again? Decano. Did an interview recently with Decano. And I discussed the exit. He also spoke at length about the handball, talk about Leon Bailey, and others. Junior, it seems like Mr. Speid is on a PR campaign, and then, of course, as expected, he put his back in behind President Mike Ricketts. There's a segment of the football fan, the Reggae Boys fan base, calling for Mike Ricketts to either take a step back. Do you think this will solve any of the glaring issues? I mean, Rudolph Speid highlighted the achievements. He said is the most successful president in the history of Jamaica in that role. He highlighted 2 Women's World Cup, an Under-17 World Cup, the U20 team, men U20 team, U17 men's Under-20 World Cup. The U20 team is looking like it could do some damage. The U17 team beat Canada. He highlighted significant progress in coaches getting licensed, not just B, D, or whatever, C license, also pro license. So he says he fundamentally believes in a democratic process, and the parish FA has selected. Parish FAs have selected Mike Ricketts, and if they have a problem, they should go for it and do a recall. But he doesn't think, as expected, that there will be any such thing, and there should be any such recall.
What do you want me to respond to that by saying? What's your question?
The question is, first, PR blitz. Do you see this as a PR blitz that Rudolph Speid is doing all these interviews? I mean, the campaign done. Why the long talking? Why is he trying to put himself in a better light for the crowd? Accept him.
There's a term out there for in media where people say you have rabbit ears. I don't know if you ever heard that term before, but when they say I have rabbit ears,
yeah,
I mean you start hearing things out in the open that you shouldn't that you probably shouldn't pay attention to. The fact that Rudolph Speid, first of all, that one interview that he talked about Bailey and stuff. When I saw the promo for that video, I honestly thought it was AI. The way they were editing it, I was like, there is no way under the sun Rudolph Speid said these things. And I looked under the Instagram post. I should give the person who did it credit.
Yeah, I'm pulling up the name. All right, yeah. So check out Gunners and Supreme Sessions on YouTube.
So big up Gunners and Supreme Session for that interview.
Yeah.
So it's an enlightening interview, but I was saying to myself when I saw the promo, I was like, there's no way Rudolph Speid said these things. And he did. And I was like, what the hell?
Well, he also said he said them a talk too. Bailey a talk. So me I go talk too.
But you are the head coach, brother.
Yeah. Them a talk, so me I go talk too. I'm not the head coach anymore.
So that's he's not. So what? He's not. So he's not coaching anymore.
He's coaching Cavalier. He said, and he emphasized. He said, "Them a talk." And yeah, continue, Drew. I just wanted to just throw that out there so you can either run with it.
Yeah, but that so shame on you, GFF. You know what? Shame on you, my Ricketts. Shame on you, GFF. Shame on you, President Ricketts, because everybody with common sense would say, "I told you so." You know what they would say? "I told you so" with? When you promoted Rudolph Speid, I don't care how they want to talk about the process of getting the coach. GFF president, you promoted Rudolph Speid to the highest coaching position in the land, knowing he has an ongoing feud with a player's father or a player's adopted father, however we want to call it. He has an ongoing feud with the poster face, the poster child of Jamaican football and his backing. And that backing is powerful enough to have influence over multiple players. We all knew this would come to a head. We all knew this could possibly blow up. The worst thing, though, is that we actually expected Craig Butler to be the one to be talking the way Rudolph Speid is talking. So he has rabbit ears, and he failed. And he knew he failed. And now him feel the urge to come out and validate himself and protect himself because now the opposite side of him is getting louder and he is hearing the noise now. And it's affecting him. It's clearly affecting him. You see me, if I couldn't care any less. Jamaica fail, we lose, we move on. But he can't get over it. Some of the things that he said, I was like, there is no way you couldn't be a coach and say this. And I said it before, I had no issues with Rudolph Speid being named as head coach of Jamaica, but I said it. I will support him. But if he failed, I'm going to point out where he went wrong. I'm going to say this right now. With this post-interview, this interview that he did, and airing out some of the things that he aired out, you were never fit to be Jamaica coach to begin with. Because Clovis de Oliveira have more things to talk than you. Rene Simoes' second term have more things to talk than you. Lazzaroni has more things to talk than you. What the name of the Mexican head coach, former Mexican head coach, he won for Serbia? Bora Milutinovic. Bora Milutinovic have more things to talk than you. Benton, I'm a wealth of knowledge, sir.
Bora Milutinovic.
Do you remember why Bora got fired?
Junior, I don't remember anything about Bora's tenure.
He took the youth.
I think one time I remember Bora did the up, so which part? Like he must have drink something in a one bush. Yo, I'm not even going to delve into that
Bora took a local team, a local-based Jamaica team, carry them go to Vietnam or somewhere way over there in Far East.
Yeah.
For go play with like a day's rest. And then get their ass beat about 3 times and then fire him. He has more things to talk about. Winfred Schaefer have more things to talk about. The dentist, Ham Grimson, have more things to talk about. The one we would just lose, Steve McLaren, have more things to talk about. And we don't hear peep out of any of them. But the one that come out and running mouth is the one that was been a part of the GFF the whole time. Brother, you weren't fit to be head coach of Jamaica. You weren't fit. And I know business, I will reach out to you already, and you probably will never entertain BCN Sports. You probably have said this big fat brother run off his mouth too much. Unlike you, I would just look and say, I don't care. And no matter what you want to say, you're not a fit coach.
I get the feeling, at least in the interviews, I get the feeling that he's okay with different opinions. You know.
No, he's not.
I get the feeling like he seems like he's okay with different views. He did say the Steve Bruce. By the way, I think it's Decano, the interviewer. Name is Decano. I asked him about Steve Bruce's comment about the call. Did you guys hire the wrong Steve? And he did say that one agent who thinks him run Jamaican football, bring this guy come here and thinks he's a hire. But him never call the agent. So when he made that comment, I was like, well, that agent never realized that you run things. So, one agent who thinks I him run the JFF or him run Jamaican football. BM, do you know what agent he's talking about? He says one agent who thinks that he runs to me. Also, he says that Leon Bailey called a meeting the day before and expressed a bit of concerns. And he spoke about the concern. He said Leon Bailey said he felt like he was disrespected because he didn't start him in the New Caledonia game. By the way, again, I can't believe a coach is saying these things publicly. This is why, like you say, I must AI this to BBC. Cause the game, I can't believe he said these things publicly. So Rudolph Speid making the rounds. I think it's only inevitable. They're supposed to be meeting on the 19th of April. So we'll see who's gonna We're expecting Rudolph Speid and Miguel Coley to return at the helm of the Reggae.
To return.
Well, them never leave.
So after this interview, there's no ramifications.
No, Junior, there's no ramifications over there. So then, I mean, the coach, the president say he's focused. The Reggae Boys is focused on the Unity Cup. He's already said he's not hiring any international. At least didn't he say no more international coach? So it's Rudolph.
But you know, see something wrong with that. The man come out and roll the bus over an integral player of his team. And I got turn around now come coach the same team.
Yeah.
Now, unless if it's a 25-man squad, unless 24 players hit that one player, there's no way that coach can face that team again. No way. No way. None. No, man. That's crazy.
That's what you said regarding the PFJL earlier. Welcome to another day in Jamaican football.
Yeah, but in a normal world, that interview is a death sentence to your coaching career.
Not Rudolph Speid, though.
This is what we saw. So Rudolph Speid of talk about international coaches and international this. Look for Lopetegui. You remember Lopetegui with Spain?
Yeah, man.
I think gonna do a big interview.
Yeah.
Yo, we'll forward it. Forward with man, come out there, somebody. Come forward with. Get out of here, man.
Now.
Look, and where is he now?
Yeah.
So it is yo. Yeah, you hear me? We don't talk here, man.
BM says, did you see the Bibi Gardner interview on the Fix? No, I didn't see it, but I saw it on. I saw it in. Probably will check it out. I saw the clip. I will check it out this weekend. Big up to Ari. Yo, big up Ari. Go on do your work. Other people about yeah. Big up Ari. Ari, me a big up over Fix.
Ari, or the girl?
No, Ari name a girl. Yeah.
Oh, God, now, hey, funny.
Nanara and Ari.
So this funny thing.
And
so funny thing, I'm gonna make people know some things now where a lot of people never know. Naro, whatever him want name, whatever him want call him name.
Yeah,
call
Naro.
himself. His parents are my godparents.
See it there.
And his father is a pastor, or was a pastor. At Port Worth City Mission. That's my godfather.
Where you mean was a pastor?
That's a whole other cover. But that's a personal life, and I'll talk about that. But so big up. We never want to put him government name out there. But when it was a little youth I run around, he used to run around with me. So it's so funny seeing him. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for the success. That's why when Spice tell him to go suck his mother, it hurt me.
Channel,
it hurt me the most. No, but I said it hurt me the most.
Bleep that with the bleep button there.
No, but Spice did. You remember Spice telling him that?
I don't recall.
Benton,
family show.
I was so pissed off when Spice did that. I'm stood on and watched them. I'm like. I almost call him government. I was like, nah, or whatever he want to call himself. Brother, you don't box that. Be not busy, you want to be spice, pimento, bell pepper. You can't. Yep.
All right. Those are the views that Junior, not BCN Sport.
That's why I come out the music business, because our bodyguard couldn't catch me quick enough.
Unity Cup, Nigeria versus Zimbabwe, May 26th, and Reggae Boys versus India. And BM says, what a small world. Naro is a whole Marian too.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Big up Ari. We don't big up Naro, but big up the people them over at Fix. Might do some good work. Didn't check out the Bibi Gardner interview. BM says, poster what? Leon has done nothing worth talking about in a Jamaica shirt.
Fair enough.
All
The
hype,
same thing like
no
Pulisic.
substance. He also says Bora was actually fired for political reasons. Burrell asked him when he won the election. Also, Hal Grimson shared Jamaica several times since leaving the post. Yeah, man, Hal Grimson I carry feelings. BM also says, I agree with Junior. The dancehall industry is very toxic. Look what happened over the weekend. Yo. I still want to go dance still, but, you know, that's a whole nother topic. All right, over to the Reggae Girls. Reggae Girls. Again, we'll check out all the people who cover Jamaican football. Cranky Live, Talawa TV, BB Gardner over Fix, any Jamaican content creator, check them out. Subscribe to them channel. That is Elite Sports, MG Sports. Big up to all of them. Check them out. Subscribe. You know. Who else? May I miss anybody else? Anybody else? May I miss? Just forward. Junior Reggae Girls CONCACAF Double Championship coming up this week against Guyana. Not a game on the docket. Reggae Girls just need a point to book themselves in the CONCACAF Double Championship scheduled for later this year. They're sitting on top of the group, but a win. I expect a win, and I'm asking for a win.
Yeah.
We'll
I just
Saturday night. Yeah,
it's more than a win. We're expecting more than I am expecting more than a win. I'm expecting a better showing, and it's a tall order to ask, and for me to insinuate that I'm not happy with the 4-0 against Antigua. It's not necessarily the score, but I want to watch this game. Because look, Reggae Girls is a big side. Jamaica women's team is a big team. And we're looking towards not only going to the World Cup, we're looking to go and compete at the World Cup, right?
Yeah,
so
just
so the American game is supposed to be, we want to see a different dynamic. We want to see something extra. We want to see something that we can say, yeah, ready for play against America now, ready for play against Canada now, right? So that's what I am looking forward to this Saturday. I'm hoping we can make some steps forward. There is a rhetoric going around on the internet right now. I don't know if BCN started it or if we just join it inadvertently, but you do realize there's like a it's not Jamaican support, but there's an anti-Jamaican criticism banter going on right now that if you come out with something to say against the Reggae Girls, you have a cult following that will come after you and say, you weren't there, where were you when, and blah, blah, blah. But we need to stop it, man.
Yeah, but we can't, actually, we started a new segment. Junior just set up a layup. With new segment, we're going to highlight, I guess you call it BCN Sports Mailbag, BCN Sports Comments section. We're going to highlight a few comments. I guess Junior started it last week by highlighting a comment. We're going to elevate a comment and our multiple comments. Just keep the comments coming in. By the way, we finally get comments so we can actually highlight comments. Yo, we boss. Yo, pull out, unplug the sound. We have got comments. We don't need to do anything else. So we can highlight. Keep the comments coming. Whether positive, negative, keep them coming. We will highlight them. We'll discuss it and talk about on the show. Long as I can we can understand what the commenter is saying. We will talk about. All right. So this comment from Marky Mark, I7P Adiago. Marky Mark says, quote, all right, bloggers, respect to you all. Reggae Girls are big in the world. Yes, the stadium not full, but just letting you know. No bother with the too much chatting upon the girls. These girls, the team, Capo, Bonishaw, they are all good. Bless them, Almighty God and Savior Jesus Christ. End quote. So Marky Mark said, no bother with the too much chatting upon the Reggae Girls. We want to celebrate, and you don't know, Jesus will bless the Reggae Girls. Junior, highlighting that first comment. You want to say anything?
No, I have no comment to that. I have no response to that. Because I don't know if I was being attacked or if I was being prayed for. So I'll just leave it alone.
Yeah, but I mean, and it's kind of, I think we also had another comment from Dwight. Dwight says, why are you all so negative? I think we'll send the negative one over to Junior. No, but we collect it here at BCN Sports. At the end of the day, to circle back to your comment, it's, I think I was trying to convey this, is that under the Reggae Girls tent, anybody can forward, anybody under it, anybody can celebrate, and anyone can criticize as they see fit. I'm always leery, always a little bit perplexed about fans, a certain segment of fans who want to stipulate how another fan or other fans should express themselves for a particular team. I think that is not. I bond that because at the end of the day, no one get to stipulate how a fan or fans should communicate about their vibes of the team. So, big up to Talawa TV and Crystal. Crystal has been very strong on the Reggae Girls for years, and Crystal has been very vocal about improving the Reggae Girls. We want better. And looking forward to see the girls on Saturday night at 8 p.m. I am not expecting a better showing, Junior, because when I listen to the coach, I think it's a one-woman show side I work with, and that we are going to deal with. That's his strategy, that's his philosophy, that's his coaching plan, and they're winning football games, and so we have to go work with it.
Okay.
Big
up to Genghis Khan. I guess it's Bonnie Shash or whatever. Big up Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan said, big up mates. BM says, I'm wondering why no bleachers tickets are being sold. And Genghis Khan says, hell nah, Jamaicans' best Chelsea supporters are Jamaicans.
Speaking of Chelsea play Manchester United this weekend. We'll do a watch along at 3 p.m. If Junior is available, he will be on. If he's not, I will be here. Manchester United versus Chelsea. Huge game for Champions League running. And of course, we'll do a watch along for Reggae Girls versus Guyana at 8 p.m. Any other comments you want to highlight? So people keep
BM says he saw Cartel promoting the game. He said the game starts at 7 and it will be football heaven. Baby Sham promoting it as well. I saw Bonnie Shaw reposting Baby Sham's promotional video. So the artists that are promoted, dancehall is getting behind it. So let's see how it works.
Good to see. But good to see. However, it's important that you highlighted something a few weeks ago. It's important that the Reggae Girls themselves, they immerse they engage in the community. They go on platforms. Not just talk about BCN Sports. Wherever, go and engage with the fans, and make say boy, because I think that will help move the product, move the fans to the stadium.
Yeah. And Genghis Khan says, man, please don't do a Chelsea watch along. Brother, it's torture. My team is trash and it's better to ignore Chelsea games for the sake of your health. Well,
we lock and loaded with their Saturday night. Yes, Saturday at 3 p.m. It will be a therapy session for Chelsea fans, perhaps, or Manchester United. Big up to those on the live. Remember to smash the like button. Junior, this is it for our show tonight.
We're back again Sunday live.
No, back again Saturday.
Saturday too,
yeah. Back again.
BM says the Reggae Girls come off as aloof.
Yes.
The Reggae Girls lucky we love football. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't act like you're going like you want better than people or have this perception that you're better than people. That's not a good way to sell a brand, And it's not something you can end that by just go ahead and building and joining and go interacting with more folks. Before we go, track and field, the world of track and field. Since a halftime show, we have to salute this Junior Gout Gout. 1967. 19.67 broke Usain Bolt's U20 200 meters record, Junior. This youth fast like grease lightning.
And he looks the part. It's not. I don't think it's a one-off. You know how Usain Bolt had a look to him, and this youth have the look to him. We have to keep an eye on him. And he's from Australia.
Yeah, he's from Australia. I mean, parents migrated from, I think, Sudan or somewhere there on the continent. Montal, like whatever, and of course, and Usain Bolt has spoken highly of him. Of course, Usain Bolt say, "Yo, I love what I see from him, and hopefully he continues on this trajectory." But 19.67,
and he has that personality. That the thing that I love about him is he has that personality. He has that it factor to him. So yeah, we have to watch him. I will celebrate him. We have to celebrate athletes, man.
And Junior, with this name, Goat.
Yeah, man. He has everything. He has. That's what I'm saying. He has the it factor. He just has that factor to him that he's going to be around for a long time.
And BM says Goat is 18. Imagine in this era of Goat as the great, of course, GOAT, but he's youth. Looking forward to watch his races and just looking forward to see him continue to thrive and excel. Of course, we highlight Shania Douglas, Jamaican Shania Douglas. So track and field fans, BCN Sports will keep it locked, keep it locked to BCN Sports for track and field coverage. Someone says, I just found the channel, but will be coming back for the watch along. Subscribe. Now just come back, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell.
Yeah, big up Genghis. So you have a Chelsea fan on board. And you're going to meet some Chelsea supporters that are part of the channel. Come on, our third host is a diehard Chelsea fan. And she shares your page, sir.
Actually,
BM says Noah Lyles' time is done. Yeah. Married and him cool now.
By the way, congrats to the Lyles on their
Lyles,
wedding.
yeah.
Big up. Yo, Saturday at 3 p.m. BCN Sports watch along of Chelsea versus Man United, not Arsenal. Chelsea versus Man United, 3 p.m. I think the Copa del Rey final is also at 3 p.m. on Saturday.
Wait, and then you have Arsenal Man City Sunday.
Yeah. So we'll and of course the Reggae Girls Saturday night. Yeah, Copa del Rey final at 3 p.m. Atletico Madrid and Real Sociedad, and the of course Chelsea versus Man United. Let's see if Enzo Fernandez will be back in the starting 11, Junior.
It should be, but we'll see.
Let's see. And Moped, Harry Maguire is suspended, Junior.
Crazy, but we'll see.
I noticed you avoided that. You haven't said anything about that Leeds game. What going on with the Leeds game, Junior? What happened in that Leeds game?
I told you it was a rivalry game. Wasn't a foregone conclusion, and I was worried about the game, and boom. I told you that. When you said,
you were trying
Leeds
to
must
escape
win.
halftime by not saying anything about Manchester United versus Leeds.
What I would say is, this is proof that Manchester United is on its way back. That you are sounding surprised and want me to act surprised that Leeds beat them at home. No, I'm sorry.
Right.
No, the red card was a dumb red card. But I guess we can talk about that Sunday.
Oh, yeah, we'll discuss that red card. Can't play that next man here, brother. Cannot play. Red card for the butcher, Lisandro Martinez. Cannot play the next man here. Come on. All right, big up to those on the live. Make sure to subscribe. Again, check out other Jamaican sports content providers. Check them out. Of course, you have the Maverick. All of them. Check them out. Subscribe. I hate that now. Saturday, 3 p.m. Watch along. Have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday evening.